Sarcopenia is not genetic, it is vibrational, and you can reverse it today. In a few days, not weeks, you can feel the return of firmness in your legs, confidence in your movement, and the presence that creates reality. There is a forgotten core in your body that, when reactivated, reverses the weakening that medicine still calls inevitable. This silent loss of strength doesn't just dissolve the muscle. It also dissolves your ability to sustain projects, create with pleasure, and manifest the intentions that inhabit you. To close this video now would be to lose the key that reconnects the body to its creative field, something few access. But to understand how to reverse this disconnection, you must first understand its hidden vibrational origin. What is happening in your body is a circuit interruption. The internal fire has stopped reaching the matter it was meant to sustain. In alchemical language, it is the moment when sulfur, the active force, no longer penetrates the salt, the dense matter, generating vibrational inertia. The muscle still exists anatomically, but it vibrates at a low frequency, like a discharged battery. The 5 movements you will learn are not ordinary exercises. They are vibrational invocations that re-educate the body to remember its electric, pulsating, and divine nature. Each gesture reconnects the muscle to the creative field that animates it, restoring communication between consciousness and flesh. The temple becomes inhabited once more. The Hermetic texts of the Corpus Hermeticum teach that what vibrates in the body vibrates in the cosmos. When the musculature falls silent, the temple ceases to be inhabited by the presence that creates. Contemporary neuroscience translates this phenomenon differently. When the vagus nerve retracts, muscle tone collapses, and the fibers depolarize. It is like a river that has dried up before reaching the ocean. Medieval alchemists and modern neuroscientists describe the same thing in different languages: the loss of vital charge that turns muscle into abandoned territory. The reversal is not in complex formulas, but in ancestral gestures that reconnect the muscle to consciousness. Each movement you will learn has been selected for its ability to simultaneously activate 3 systems: the neuromuscular, which communicates between brain and muscle; the fascial, which transmits force throughout the entire network of connective tissue; and the vagal, which regulates the state of presence in the body. When practiced with conscious breathing and attention to the point of support, they become portals for returning to lost vitality. The gesture becomes word. The muscle becomes prayer. Each repetition is a vibrational command sent to the nervous system, signaling that this body still has a purpose and deserves to be sustained. These are not exercises, they are invocations that reconnect the muscle to the consciousness that inhabits it. First movement, calf activation, the alchemical pump. The calf is the body's second heart, pushing blood back to the trunk against the force of gravity. When it remains inactive, blood stagnates in the extremities. The brain receives less oxygen, and fatigue settles in like a persistent fog. In Hermetic language, it is the breaking of the eternal return. Everything that goes up must come down, and everything that comes down must rise again. Stand with your feet parallel, hip-width apart. Slowly raise your heels, rising onto the balls of your feet, while inhaling deeply and consciously. Hold for 2 seconds at the top, feeling the calf muscle contract completely. Lower in a controlled manner as you exhale, allowing the heel to touch the floor gently. Repeat this movement 20 times, keeping the rhythm synchronized with your breath. The body should feel warmth rising through the legs, a renewed pulsation in the tissues, and a sensation of being more firmly anchored to the ground. You are reconnecting the alchemical pump that keeps vitality circulating throughout your entire system. Second movement, wall push-up, the axis of sovereignty. The spine is the central axis of presence. When it curves, the gaze drops, the breath is compressed, and the will retracts like a flame losing oxygen. This movement teaches the body to straighten up with support, without heroic effort, but with progressive firmness. Stand facing a wall, an arm's length away. Place your palms on the wall at shoulder height. Lean your body forward, bending your elbows as you inhale, keeping your spine straight as a continuous line from your head to your heels. Push the wall and return to the starting position as you exhale, feeling the strength rise through your arms and spread through your spine. Perform 15 repetitions, always paying attention to your body's alignment. This is the gesture of one who decides to reoccupy the vertical space, of one who chooses to sustain their own worldview. The posture activates the prefrontal cortex, the brain region of conscious decision-making, and inhibits the collapse circuits that keep the body retracted. Third movement, assisted squat, the foundation that sustains creation. The squat is the primordial gesture of humanity, the position of birth, planting, gathering, and rebirth. When the body loses the ability to squat, it loses its connection to the earth and the confidence that its foundation is solid. Hold onto a chair, table, or doorframe. Place your feet shoulder-width apart, with your toes pointing slightly outward. Bend your knees and lower your hips, as if sitting in an invisible chair while inhaling deeply. Keep your weight on your heels. Rise back to the starting position by pushing the floor with your feet as you exhale. Start with 10 repetitions, using the support to ensure complete safety. The body should feel that it can go down and up without fear, that the base provides support, and that the ground will not give way. This movement reactivates the deep muscles of the core and pelvis, the structures that support the entire weight of the upper body. Fourth movement, marching in place, the awakening of the craniosacral axis. This is not an exercise in walking, but in awakening the neuromuscular rhythm that connects the brain to the sacrum. Each step is an electrical pulse that travels through the entire spine, reactivating communication between the ends of the central nervous system. The movement is not displacement in space, but vibration in time. Stand with an erect spine. Lift your right knee to hip height while your left arm moves forward, as in a natural march. Alternate sides rhythmically and consciously, feeling each knee lift reverberate through the spine. Inhale as one knee rises, exhale as the other rises. March in place for 1 full minute, maintaining awareness of the vertical line that runs through the center of your body. This movement reactivates the craniosacral system, responsible for pumping the cerebrospinal fluid that nourishes the brain and spinal cord. Each step is a message sent to the nervous system. There is rhythm here, there is life here, there is presence. Fifth movement, glute bridge, the sacrum heart circuit. The bridge seals the circuit between the sacrum, which is the creative center of the base, and the heart, which is the center of existential purpose. When the hips rise, the body forms an arch, the same sacred geometry of ancient temples. This position not only strengthens the glutes and lower back, it reconnects power to meaning. Lie on your back with your knees bent and your feet flat on the floor, hip width apart. Arms alongside your body, palms facing down. Inhale and lift your hips, pushing the floor with your feet until you form a straight line from your shoulders to your knees. Hold for 3 seconds at the top, contracting your glutes and feeling the sacrum pulsating. Lower slowly as you exhale, vertebra by vertebra, as if unrolling your spine onto the floor. Perform 12 repetitions, always with attention to the internal sensation. Strength without purpose is violence. Purpose without strength is illusion. The bridge is the marriage between the two. The moment when the body remembers it was created to sustain life in all its power. When the three systems, neuromuscular, fascial, and vagal, operate in coherence, the body not only strengthens itself, it reorganizes from within. Sarcopenia reverses because the nervous system sends a new command to the muscle. This body has a purpose. This temple will be sustained. The life that inhabits it is just beginning. Harper would wake up on time, but her body took hours to respond. At 53, an environmental lawyer, she felt her legs fail in the middle of long hearings, a subtle tremor that rose from her knees and scrambled her reasoning. Her posture would curve without warning, as if something inside her was giving up before its time. One day, as she stood up from her chair after a 3-hour meeting, she had to lean on the table to keep from stumbling. It was that afternoon that she found an article about vibrational sarcopenia on an integrative medicine website. The phrase caught her. The body wasn't aging, it was shutting down. She jotted down the 5 movements described, and that same night tested the first one, the calf activation. She rose onto the balls of her feet 20 times, initially with skepticism. On the 10th repetition, she felt a warmth rising through her legs, something she hadn't felt in months. In the following days, she practiced the 5 movements in the morning, before any appointments. The wall push-up taught her that she could still support her own weight without collapsing. The assisted squat brought back the confidence to go down and up without fear. Marching in place awakened a pulsation in her spine that she had forgotten she could feel. And the glute bridge sealed something deep, the reconnection between strength and purpose. In 2 weeks, her legs stopped trembling. Her posture straightened naturally, without conscious effort. Her gaze gained the firmness of someone who had returned to inhabit their own body. Harper resumed a book project that had been shelved for 2 years. Conversations with her children deepened because she was no longer too exhausted to be present. The body remembered it still had something to sustain. This reconnection that happened with Harper can be sealed in your body now, in a concrete and traceable way. The physical marker is simple: the breath descending to the lower belly without effort, warmth rising from the base of the spine, and the jaw softening as if releasing a weight you were carrying without realizing it. This is the sign that the circuit has been reconnected. The gesture sign is this: place your right hand on your sternum, in the center of your chest, and your left hand on your lower abdomen. Breathe deeply and slowly 3 times, feeling the air descend to where your hand rests. This 60-second anchoring can be repeated whenever you need to remind the body that it still pulses. The point of return is a short phrase accompanied by breath and posture. My body remembers. My foundation sustains. Say this in a low voice. Breathe 3 times with your feet firm on the ground and feel the reconnection happen. What has been sealed in the body now needs to be understood by the consciousness. Vitality is not synonymous with youth. It is the alignment of energy, breath, and intention, the coherence that makes the muscle respond to the command of consciousness. Sarcopenia dissolves more than physical strength. It dissolves somatic confidence, that deep feeling of I can sustain my own life. When you reverse this process cell by cell, the body doesn't just get stronger. It remembers that it was created to sustain life in all its creative power. Thomas Hanna, the founder of somatics, taught that we live in sensory-motor amnesia, a state in which the body forgets how to move, how to relax, how to pulse. This amnesia is not just mechanical, it is vibrational. The muscle loses the memory of who inhabits it. But when you practice these 5 movements with presence, the body awakens from this amnesia and remembers its electrical nature. The body is the temple where the divine breath becomes movement. When the temple pulses, God is not just a distant belief, it is a sensory experience, a presence that passes through the flesh and becomes creative force. The vitality you reclaim is not yours alone. It belongs to the larger field that animates you. The body is not aging. It is asking every day, with every gesture, with every breath, is there still life here worthy of being sustained? And when you answer with conscious movement, with presence in the muscle, with attention to the point of support, the answer ceases to be a word. It becomes an action that reconnects, reorganizes, and reignites the forgotten core of your vitality. Sarcopenia is cured like this, not with resistance to time, but with reconnection to the internal fire that never stopped burning. You just needed to remember where it has always been, pulsing under the skin, waiting to be called back. If this content resonated with you, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and activate notifications. This expands the field of consciousness we are creating together. If you wish to directly support the mission of Transcend and help bring this wisdom to more people who need to awaken the forgotten core of their own vitality, consider becoming a channel member. Your contribution keeps the flame of this portal of ancestral knowledge alive. I want to know how you feel these movements in your body. Write in the comments. I awaken the forgotten core of my vitality and reconnect my body to the creative field. This affirmation seals your presence on the path of somatic reconnection. Share this video with someone who needs to remember that sarcopenia is cured when the body remembers its electrical nature. And don't stop here. Click on the screen and dive into another transformative video from the channel. Every piece of knowledge you integrate brings you closer to the sovereignty of your own body. Remember, when the muscle once again responds to the consciousness that inhabits it, vitality ceases to be a distant memory and becomes a pulsating presence in the now.